We're here at the Twitter Chirp conference and meeting a lot of cool developers. So who are you?
I'm Xavier. I'm coming from Belgium, and I just moved to San Francisco actually last July. And I'm doing a startup called Publitweet, about helping publishers to publish tweets on their website.
Very cool.
I'm Burt. I'm a co-founder of Publitweet, and I'm a former journalist and really excited about real-time tools and helping journalists find meaning in the noise.
One thing I was excited about when I first saw your product was I have the Twitter lists on the side of my blog as a box where you can just sit on my blog and in real time you can see the new tweets come down that I've picked. I picked like a whole bunch of different tech blogs to go into one list and a whole bunch of influential people to go into another list. But I saw yours, and you have a lot better design. You show videos. Well, tell me a little bit about what you do that the Twitter lists don't do.
So what we do is actually we want to publish tweets for non-Twitter users. So the people who go to your website, okay, for your website is maybe most of them are on Twitter, but maybe not all of them. And also, even if they are on Twitter, they might want to share one tweet, one piece of information to friends via email or via other social networks. So what we do with Publitweet is that we transform all the tweets. We fetch the URLs, we display a description, a thumbnail to make it really look nicer and to let people more engage with the content. And on the other side, for the publishers, we provide analytics. So now you know if people actually love the widget there, love staying on your page and watching that happening in real time and engage with the content.
And so you can tell if somebody clicks on a tweet headline or something like that?
Yeah, exactly. You can tell how many people are actually loading the widget, how many people are clicking on different links, sharing over email, Twitter, Facebook, all this kind of stuff.
And it's really cool because it still flows in real time, because I have 500 people on my Tech News Brands list. And so if TechCrunch or Mashable announces something new, it pops in right at the top and starts flowing down, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's all real time. So it's really great to see it moving. It's really interactive. It's really cool.
Now, how do you guys make money with this? Because I don't see any ads yet, and I'm not paying for this, am I?
No, you're not paying for this right now. The thing is, we work with main publishers. We started that in Europe, so Le Monde is using it, Le Soir in Belgium, and now we're going to start working with publishers here, SF Gate and other folks. So it used to be a really premium model where people used to buy a software as a service, and now we're going to extend that to larger audience where people will be able to have one feed for free, and then successive feeds will be paying.
As a journalist, are you seeing people use lists like this, and what are you seeing them use them for?
Sure. Well, now you see when something happens like the earthquake in Haiti or healthcare debates, journalists like at the New York Times and other publications make lists of authoritative sources, people who they think are sending good content in real time. So that's been a pretty exciting way to get at that raw information. But what we hope to develop is tools that then you can take that and highlight a certain tweet that might have a really valuable insight or a good photo from the event, where you could help manage those lists and find good sources and make sure that you're just getting the topical tweets related to that subject and presenting it to your users, so that regular people don't have to sift through this, massive real-time flood of information, because that really, for journalists, is a key role, to be a curator, to look at what the best is out there, highlight it, give context to information, and then present it to a larger audience.
Now, what are you learning about these new streaming blocks on other sites' websites? Because you're studying the analytics, what are you learning from them?
Well, we're still trying to learn more about the analytics and what that means and how people engage with real-time content. I mean, whether or not people are more likely to share because they can do this through other social networks. We're still working to figure out, what we can learn from this, and that's why we're hoping to get some more installs on site so we can work with them and get more insights and move on.
And what's next? You were talking to me about curation. What are you thinking about for the future of your platform?
Yeah, so our vision is to build the future of curation. What we want to do is create this community of curators. What we believe is really that the future of curation is going to be a mix between algorithm and humans. We don't believe in 100% algorithmic solutions. So we're going to help curators, we're going to help people like you, journalists, to have the right tools to create things that are meaningful for people who don't have time to just do a search.twitter.com and look at all those overload of information.
No, that's true. So we're here in San Francisco. If there was an earthquake right now, there would be tens of thousands of tweets in the first 5 minutes, right? Earthquake, I'm in an earthquake, my stuff is falling, whatever. We see this during every earthquake, right? How do you help journalists, and maybe you can tell it, how are your future tools going to help journalists pick the good stuff out of that huge pile of hay, I call it?
So the thing is, we're going to be really integrated with many tools through APIs. So that journalists will be able to use really the tool that they want and to really handpick the tweets that needs to be published and get the exposure they deserve, and publish that wherever they want, on their blog, on different media outlets, all this kind of stuff. So we work with APIs. We want to be really integrated. So you can use, if you want to use Tweety, TweetDeck, or whatever tools you used to use, you will still be able to do that and using and then publishing through a platform.
Very cool. Where do we find more about you, and where do we find you personally?
We can find me at twitter.com/xdamman, DAMMAN, and Publitweet is on publitweet.com, so PUBLITWEET.com.
And where do we find you?
Yeah, I'm Burt Herman, and on Twitter it's Burtherman, BURTHERMAN, just my full name.
Cool. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Great. I'm looking forward to trying your stuff on my own blog. So thank you.